Hi, my name is Eric Anglero. I'm the program coordinator of the LGBT Center, and I want to welcome you in. First place is the Rainbow Lounge.
Can you tell us the purpose of the center?
The purpose of the center is to host LGBTQIA events for folks to feel safe and valid in their identities. They can sit down, just have a place to sit, read a magazine, perhaps have some coffee, and maybe use a Mac just in a place that makes their identity feel always valid.
And what events can students hold here?
Students can hold whatever events they see fit. They can have events that speak to their identity, that speak to areas of interest, anything that really they need.
And what does a plus stand for?
The plus stands for so many different things. The plus can stand for different romantic and sexual identities that maybe aren't represented by just the LGBTQIA acronym.
And what does the center mean to you?
The center means there's a place on campus that stands for LGBTQIA populations, that has affirming and positive values for folks that identify as queer and have different gender identities and sexual identities.
And how can students learn about the events that go on here?
They can check out our newsletter, or they can come talk to me or Judy in our offices. They're comfortable, and we provide coffee.
And is there anything that you wish people would know about the center?
I hope that folks know that they can come visit regardless of their gender identity or sexual identity. They can come in here, have a place to be, exist, and feel validated.
Hi, so my name is Anna. I use they, them pronouns. Welcome to the Women's Center. So I'd like to kind of let y'all check out the space really quickly. This is the lounge area, and this is where a lot of the students come here to study, sleep, gather and build community. So I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of a snippet of the space. Yeah.
So wait, why is there a asterisk in the Women's Center?
So surface level, it's really to be open and inclusive of all folks in general. But I think in the deeper meaning behind it, it's really to be intentional about thinking about the intersections of how people identify gender. And that's like much more about not just like cisgender women experiences, but really thinking and being inclusive of trans folks, gender nonconforming, gender queer, and cisgender folks of all kinds. So yeah, come on through. We're gonna show you a little bit more of the conference room. So this space right here is just a general meeting space, a gathering space. People can host meetings. They come here to really have some type of intimate conversational events. We have a projector. We have really cool setup in the space. So I just wanted to kind of show you how the space can really be utilized in different ways. And if you want to reserve the space, just email me or go onto the website and you can reserve the space through that as well. Yep. So I'm gonna just take you through a little bit more into the rest of the space really quickly. So last but not least, this is our office space. So the Women's Center is operated by two folks, the director, Amada Sandoval, and me, the program coordinator. And so we're really open to folks coming in. I have an open door policy, so if my door is open, you can stop by, talk about whatever you'd like. I'm always here to be of support, and I know Amada is as well. So we're really great resources if you ever need to talk about identity, just like a space to kind of think through some of the experiences that you're having on campus, or even just if you're having a bad day and you want someone to be here. I know that we are both open and wanting to always connect to students. So it's been real, and I hope that y'all come and stop by.
Hi, I'm Dr. Calvin Chin. I'm Director of Counseling and Psychological Services. I'm going to show you around the place and answer some questions. So come on.
So what is CPS and what function does it provide for the university?
CPS is here for all of your mental health needs. We provide therapy, we provide groups and workshops. We're basically here to support students.
What have been the changes made to CPS this year to better accommodate the need for mental health services?
It's a lot easier to get in. So all you have to do is go online, make a call. We can get you in usually within 2 to 3 days of your contact.
What are some of the different services offered by CPS for long-term care?
So one of the nice things that we've created is an exclusive provider network. So now students who want extended long-term care can see a community provider for just $20 a session. But we don't have session limits here at CPS, and so if you need ongoing therapy and you can't be referred out, we'll see you to make sure you get everything that you need.
What is a service CPS offers that most students don't take advantage of?
So we have these wellness workshops that we do every Friday on a whole range of positive psychology topics. We'd love for students to take part to sort of learn things about mindfulness, stress reduction, everything else.
And what advice do you have for students who are struggling with mental health?
Reach out for help. We're here for you. And we want to help you with whatever is going on.
Hey guys, so today I'm here with Heaven, and we're just going to be grabbing a quick cup of coffee.
Hi, I'm Heaven, one of the co-project leaders for Contact Princeton. Let's have some coffee.
Okay, so first things first, is Contact free to use?
Yes, Contact is free to use for everyone, including Princeton students.
And how does Contact help individuals in Mercer County who are at risk of suicide?
Well, Contact is connected to the National Suicide Prevention Hotline, which means anytime you call that number from the Mercer County area code, you'll be transferred to Contact.
And what are the benefits of helping citizens in the local county outside the Orange Bubble?
Well, the biggest benefit is that you get to talk to people who are having different problems unrelated to academics, and it helps keep you grounded with what's going on in different parts of the world.
And what is it like training to be a Contact volunteer?
As a Contact volunteer, you have to do 2 semesters of training, usually on Thursdays, and you'll hear from resources like CPS and Women's Space, and you also learn active listening skills.
What is something people won't think of when they hear about a service like Contact?
I think most Princeton students don't think of Contact as something for them, but Contact is for anyone in Mercer County, and Princeton is in Mercer County.
And why did you personally choose to be a Contact volunteer?
I think I joined Contact because I wanted to get away from campus in a way, and also hear about things that are going on outside of Princeton. It helps keep me grounded. Yes. Hi.
Hello.
Can I have a cafe mocha?
Certainly.
Thank you.
Whipped cream?
Yes, whipped cream.
Here you are.
Thank you.
You have a great night.
You do the same.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sonia Satinsky. I'm the Director of Health Promotion and Prevention Services here at UHS. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. And today we're going to talk about You Matter and Health Promotion and Prevention Services. So let's take a walk.
So what is You Matter?
You Matter is an initiative that focuses on active bystandership, making healthy choices for yourself and others, and caring for other people.
So given that You Matter does not have its own physical space and is very largely based off of social media and content, you have a department named HHPS. Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
Sure. Health Promotion and Prevention Services is an office that focuses on advocating for a health and well-being supportive environment here at Princeton, and we think well-being really can't exist without the promotion of equity, fairness, and justice.
So You Matter has many topics of matter. So which ones are kind of the emphasis during this
So we
department?
have 4. We have Limits Matter, which is about prevention of high-risk drinking. Action Matters, which is about caring for self and others. Respect Matters, healthy relationships and interpersonal violence prevention. And Connecting Matters, which is about reducing mental health distress.
So given that you are a solely social media based platform, what services can you provide for the students?
So our social media is created by our You Matter fellows. We do also do in-person programming, and we have a great website with an incredible amount of content on all of the areas that are focuses of You Matter.
What is one thing you wish students knew about You Matter?
I wish they knew it was more than the You Matter bus, and that we had all of this fantastic content, and that folks would share and discuss our social media content in particular.
How can students better use You Matter?
So yes, definitely following us on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, requesting programs if you're interested in any of the areas we cover, and going and using our website when you have questions about some of these topics that students really care about: mental health, interpersonal violence, being active bystanders, and high-risk drinking prevention.
So, good morning. So if you could introduce yourself, who you are, and what you do.
Yeah, hi, I'm Yoni. I'm a co-director of Princeton Peer Nightline, which is a peer-to-peer nightline or counseling service that meets every Sunday and Wednesday nights. We're completely staffed by students.
And so if it's only run by students rather than trained counselors, can you speak to the effectiveness of the program?
So we don't view ourselves as a substitute for counselors. We more view ourselves as peer-to-peer counseling, and a lot of times that's really helpful for students to be able to talk to another student about any of their problems that they might not feel as comfortable talking about with a counselor. And we also meet at different times. Someone can chat in at night instead of during the day, which is what you would do with a counselor.
Who can use Princeton Peer Nightline and when?
Anyone who's affiliated with Princeton can use Princeton Peer Nightline, and we meet Sunday and Wednesday nights from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m.
So you don't have to be an undergrad student to use Peer Nightline, for example?
Right, we get grad students too.
What can Princeton Peer Nightline be used to talk about?
Really any issue that's on anyone's mind. So we get relationship issues or depression or loneliness, really anything that anyone wants to talk about, we're here to listen.
If you could give any advice to someone maybe on the fence about calling Princeton Nightline, what would it be?
I would say go for it. You really have nothing to lose, and it's really helpful to be able to talk to someone else who's an undergrad at Princeton who really gets it and can really empathize with you, especially if there's something that's on your mind, you just really need someone to talk to.
So if I wanted to get involved as a volunteer for this resource, how would I go about doing that?
So all our volunteers train through Contact, which is the suicide hotline. It's a semester-long training, and after they finish the suicide hotline training, they are both qualified to volunteer for Contact, and they're qualified to volunteer for us.
Hello, my name is Gene Summerfort Jr. I am the Prevention Programs Manager here at Cher, and I will be answering a few questions for you about Cher today.
So what is Cher?
Cher stands for Sexual Harassment/Assault Advising, Resources, and Education. Cher is a confidential resource on campus for students to access and explore options around experiences, whether they are a direct survivor of interpersonal violence or sexual assault, or maybe a co-survivor or a first responder.
What does it take to become a Cher peer?
So to become a Cher peer is a willingness and understanding of these issues existing on campus, and also a desire to do something about it. A desire to learn and become an effective bystander intervener when it comes to issues, and also to just be an identified person on campus for students to access. There is a selection process, an application process, and interviews, and as well as a training that happens for students.
How many students have used Cher?
I wouldn't be able to provide a accurate number, but I would say that a significant amount of students have accessed Cher, and based also on our We Speak survey, a significant amount of students on campus are aware that Cher exists.
What do you think is the biggest sexual stigma that prevents people from using Cher?
I think one of the things, particularly with sexual assault or interpersonal violence, is just wanting to, or kind of a difficulty in actually acknowledging that they've experienced that. And also the fear of victim blaming, or even just it being known that they're accessing this resource, I think kind of comes along with a lot of questions and discomfort that students may have when thinking about accessing Cher.
What is something students may not know about Cher?
We cover healthy or unhealthy relationship dynamics. So we want people to know that students can come and access us even if they don't feel that their situation falls on the spectrum of sexual assault or interpersonal violence, but maybe they're thinking about it, maybe they're curious about it, or have some concerns or witnessing some red flags. One of the other pieces that people may not know about Cher is that we do very much so try our best to take an intersectional approach in understanding how identities can play out for folks when it comes to prevention, when it comes to advocacy, or even just healing from sexual trauma or interpersonal trauma.
And lastly, what would you say to students who are on the verge of using Cher? What advice would you have for them?
Well, I would suggest that they come in, and I would suggest that they, or let them know that they actually don't have to come in alone, right? There's times where a student can access us, but they come with a group of friends because their friends provide them support. Cher is literally about providing a service that's student-centered, right? That we don't have an agenda. what we do is we listen very intently and we provide guidance as best as possible. But we want students to be autonomous within the process.
Hi, my name is Anna. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm the program coordinator here at
Bloopers, there we go. There's going to be a lot of people walking into doing that.
Yes.